Welcome, everybody. You're back for another episode of the Next Man Up Sportscast. I am your host, Chooch. And with me, of course, always is my co-host and, of course, the Ram fan, Armando Mandy
Hey, do
Fernandez.
I flex like Aaron Donald?
Not even close. Stop it. Not even close. Also with us today, of course, is the producer extraordinaire. You may know him as the voice of God, Al. However, when he's got that camera on, he's just handsome. Big Mo, the producer. Anyway, Mandy, we got a jam-packed show. Really do got a jam-packed show. I love the show today. Like the stuff we're gonna be talking about, and I really like our guest, and we'll get to him in a little bit. But number one, Mandy, okay,
Number one, the Rams are number one. Continue.
You mind if I continue now?
Go ahead.
You mind if I get to the show, the important stuff, the meat of this?
I'll give you
The meat? Those are come on. All right. But anyway, the huge, monstrous, blockbuster trade happened in the NBA over the past, a couple days ago. So it's still pretty fresh in everybody's head. The main meat of it here, Mandy, James Harden, no longer a Houston Rocket. It seems that relationships have spoiled there. And he is moving to the Brooklyn Nets to join Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. Of course, there were some other parts that moved from Brooklyn. They're giving up, I believe, 5 first-round picks. They gave up Jared Allen, who's going to the Cavs. And who's the other player going to the Cavs? Ronnie Cookers. No, LeVert is at the Pacers.
Oh, that's right.
And Victor Oladipo is joining the Rockets. The Rockets will also obtain 5 first-round picks and 5 first-round swaps. So, basic question for you here. Who won that trade?
I mean, I think the Rockets won the trade. I think they got rid of James Harden, who was being a cancer, who I think on purpose gained weight. Make people say, "Oh, it's a camera angle. It's a camera angle. That's what it is." No, he looked sick.
A little chunky boy, yeah.
You're looking thick, right?
He was looking thick.
Yeah, man. Look, he's now out of Houston. He's out of Houston. That cancer is now gone. And they get Victor Oladipo, who I think is I know, we all know he's a great NBA player.
Absolutely.
He's really, really good. Pairing him now with John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins, right?
Christian Wood.
I think these Rockets easily won this trade. And the icing on the cake is the fact that now they're getting like 2 or 3 first-round picks.
5.
I mean, ridiculous.
Or 4 or 5, yeah.
The Rockets absolutely won this trade. And now I think Houston has a real shot of becoming a real playoff contender in the West now with Victor Oladipo and John Wall and Christian Wood and DeMarcus Cousins. They're good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they built themselves for the future also.
I think they're a very much more cohesive unit now.
Oh, yeah.
I think that they do need a lot of time to really bring that cohesion together. I don't think they necessarily have that yet, but I think they will obtain that. I still think the Rockets will miss the playoffs. Now, that being said, I think they get like a 8, a 9, 10. I think they're still good, and I think they're very competitive in a lot of games. I just don't see them better than a lot of those teams in the West still. I love the trade for them, though, and I agree with you there. My loser, kind of in, dare I say, under the radar loser, is the Brooklyn Nets. Absolutely is the Brooklyn Nets. You give up 5 first-round picks. You give up Karis LeVert. I don't care what anybody says about Karis LeVert. He's a max contract guy, okay? You give up Roddy Cookers, who's a great player, Jared Allen, who is a tremendous center, a really good center, all for what? You lost all the depth on your basketball team, okay?
And that was your strength.
That was the strength of the Brooklyn Nets. Yes, exactly. And think about this for a second, okay? Marinate on this for a second.
Ooh,
what happened with LeBron and Kyrie? That didn't work, right? Kyrie was kind of egotistic. Didn't work. He wasn't a great team player. What happened with Kyrie in Boston? Again, didn't fit that team because he's not a good team player. What happened with Kevin Durant on almost every team he's been on? Hasn't really gotten along with his teammates. Had a lot of friction with Steph Curry. Had a lot of friction with Russell Westbrook.
But they won.
And yeah, they did win. But now what's going on with James Harden in Houston? He's kind of toxic. He's kind of the guy who's demanding.
James Harden is the toxic. He wanted Dwight Howard. That didn't work out.
Right.
He wanted Chris Paul. That didn't work out. He wanted his boy, Russell Westbrook. That didn't work out.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
Now he's going into another situation with all those guys got 3 egos on that team, 3 big egos who have led different teams at different times. Is it going to work? They say it is. Do I think it will? With Steve Nash, the rookie coach? That's a lot on his plate. I think it's going to be tough.
You know what you're talking about right now? Isn't Mike D'Antoni an assistant with the Nets? I think he is. And he was the ex-coach from Houston. So he's reunited with. Wow, I just clicked right now.
I think the Nets a bit off a little bit more than they can chew, and I think they're really starved for a good team there, and they're really starved for a championship team there, and that's why they make this deal, and that's why they make that trade. But make no mistake, okay, under the radar, Karis LeVert will go to Indiana and be wildly successful. I mean, wildly successful. He is so set up well with Sabonis, with Malcolm Brogdon on that team. When TJ Warren gets back, all those guys are so unselfish and they need a scoring threat like LeVert. Under the radar, Pacers destroyed that trade. The Nets might be in trouble here. If they don't win a championship this year, there's going to be a lot of fingers pointed at a lot of different people. And I'm telling you right now, it ain't going to work out too well in Brooklyn. Lakers are definitely probably the best team still there. I don't even know if the Nets make it out of the East. We'll see. But, Mandy, agree or disagree with these statements I got for you here, okay?
Is Tucci good looking? Disagree.
Agree heavily. But anywho, there's been a lot of coaching changes in the NFL recently, okay? Agree or disagree? Urban Meyer, the Ohio State legend and Florida legend, I would say, will turn the Jags around. Agree? Disagree?
If the Jags get turned around next year, it's not because of Urban Meyer. It's because they have
the first round pick.
Trevor Lawrence, right? They have a decent DJ Chuck, the receiver, right?
Chark.
They have a great running back. They'll probably rebuild the offensive line. Urban Meyer, I'll say it right now, he is not an overrated coach. I think he's a great coach. He carries a lot of baggage. He does not stay with the program for a long time. And if all the reporting is true on ESPN, on Fox Sports and all that stuff, he's kind of a plague. Like he takes winning so hard. Like he needs to win. Whenever he doesn't win or stuff doesn't go his way, he gets sick.
Yeah.
And that's why he left Florida, Ohio State.
Right.
Florida. All those things, because he kept getting sick, even though they're powerhouses. Whenever you lose one game or not win by a lot, he starts getting sick because he's such a control freak. And I mean, for me, it's kind of scary with Jacksonville because in the NFL, no one goes undefeated. You're gonna lose games in the NFL.
Yeah,
that's fact. You're gonna lose. How is he gonna take it?
My only thing about Urban Meyer here is I think he has the perfect storm to be successful in a way. Okay. He's got a franchise who has been bad for a long time. So he's going to have free reign to really do what he wants to do because whatever they've done in the past just hasn't worked. And then he gets the first round pick of the draft, which means he gets to get his guy. Typically you'll see a franchise draft somebody, then they hire a coach. But now he's going to get to weigh in on that decision. So that's great for him. He's got a foundation of a decent team there, right? And he's got a lot of young players. Young players typically respond well to former college coaches. So I think that they'll try to run through walls for this guy, and I think they'll do everything they can to be successful under Urban Meyer. So he's got a chance, but I agree with you, a little bit up in the air there as to whether he's going to turn that franchise around. Plus, that's going to be a tough franchise to turn around because they're not very good. But I got another statement here. Let me know if you would agree or disagree here. Eagles firing Doug Peterson, the Super Bowl winning coach, was a good move. Yes,
great move. He lost his team's respect. And in the NFL with grown men, and all they have is, their respect,
Yeah.
Right? You lost it when you took out
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts. When you took out Jalen Hurts and you put that third string quarterback in, when the offense was somewhat clicking a little bit, and you had a chance to win, and now you're publicly tanking, you lost those guys in the locker room, and he lost all the respect. There's no way that they can now listen to him and take him serious now. I think personally, he probably won't get a head coaching job in the NFL anytime soon. That's what I think. He might get an OC job. offensive coordinator, yes. I don't see him getting a head coaching job anytime soon.
Interesting. I tend to agree with you here. I think I think it's for different reasons. I just really think that the Eagles are going in a different direction. I think they don't, I don't think they stick with Carson Wentz, and Doug Peterson's really the guy who brought him in. I think they're going a little bit younger with Hurts and stuff like that. So you got to get a younger guy, maybe Lincoln Riley out of Oklahoma, to come and really change things up again for the Eagles to head in a different direction. But yeah, I tend to agree with you here. Next statement here. One that I get a lot of, I have customers, I have clients and stuff I help at work, and they like to talk about this one so much because they're Bronco fans, obviously. But Broncos will be more successful with John Elway stepping down from the general manager position.
I mean, I don't think so. I mean,
okay.
John Elway, he's a legend. He's a Denver legend. He knows that franchise better than anyone who, probably on this in the NFL. I mean, that's his team, that's his city. I mean, he knows what they need. He did lead them to a Super Bowl, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
He got Peyton Manning to sign, right? He got Tim Tebow to win a playoff game against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's true.
Yeah, he's had some bad luck with quarterbacks recently, but yeah. But for the most part, I mean, you can't judge him off the last 3 years when he's had so much success early on.
I got it. So I kind of got to disagree with you because the NFL is so much of a "what have you done for me lately" league, right?
True.
And I think the problem with John Elway, and it's also the good thing with John Elway, is that in Broncos' eyes, Bronco fans' eyes, and Bronco organization's eyes, he can't do anything wrong because he let them, he won 2 Super Bowls for them. He was a great quarterback for many years. That's a problem, though. He's got to have somebody in there really challenging what he's thinking, challenging what he's saying. Otherwise, things are going to go well. Otherwise, you draft Garrett Bowles, who has the most holding penalties the past 2 years in the NFL. You draft Drew Lock, who he might be okay. You sign Joe Flacco for a lot of money and doesn't really do anything for you there. So I think they've made some really great personnel decisions, but I also think if somebody were to challenge him on some of the ones that aren't so great, it may help the Broncos in the long run. And don't get me wrong, okay? The Broncos are going to be a good team. They really are. I think when Von Miller gets healthy and a couple other guys in their secondary get healthy, they have one of the best defenses in the league. I think their offense will do enough. But I think someone does kind of have to take the reins from Elway a little bit because as of right now, he can't do anything wrong for the Broncos, and that can't be good for you. And you can see the Broncos record the last 3 years has been abysmal. So that's where I land with that. But Mandy, we are in a battle-hardened competition here. I am unfortunately down. I'm a record of 0-2.
Shocker.
But that's okay because you know what happens, okay? When pressure is put on something, when you put it on on coal and stuff, it either becomes coal or it becomes diamond. I'm about to become a diamond right now. All right? I promise you this. Also, Mandy did start 2-0. Got some good picks there. Pretty hot, pretty spicy. Mo, on the other hand, also started off 2-0.
Oh yeah, when you give him freaking T-ball questions, of course, is Tom Brady gonna start the game? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, those are easy ass questions. Is LeBron James gonna score 2 points? Yeah, I think so. Come on, dude.
They weren't that easy. But they were easier. But also, I did pull those numbers from daily prop bets. And actually, if Mo would have bet on both of them, I would have bet on both of them. Would have made decent money. So, Steph Curry to hit 5 threes. He actually hit 7 that game. That's impressive.
9, right?
No, he hit 7, I believe.
Okay.
That dame. I mean, I'm sure he's hit 9 in the past. So we'll start with the lock and the underdog of the week because this month is all about competition.
Yeah, baby.
Between brothers and their producer and friend. But Mo, we'll get you going here first because you know what? You're the man. You're 2-0 right now, and you just can't lose. We're going to go with the NFL playoff weekend picks here. Something very near and dear to Mandy's heart, okay? So, Mo, I ask you these simple questions, okay? 1, will the St. Louis Rams, have over 2.5 sacks on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers? Yes or no? Over or under? Over 2.5 sacks.
That's like saying it's like saying is a pig's vagina pork. Yeah, it is. It is.
We will see. Aaron Rodgers gets rid of the ball well. He's got a pretty decent line in front of him. We shall see. Same.
I don't know about that. With
Olaga is out, yes, but they've managed. They get rid of. I'm sure they'll devise a game plan to get rid of the ball quickly. But Mo, over or under? Aaron Rodgers will throw 2.5 touchdowns against the Rams. Over or under?
That's a tough one. Over.
Double over. It worked last time. We'll see if Mo can extend the streak to 4-0.
I'll give you that. That's a hard one because 2.5. You're saying that he's going to throw three touchdowns
against the number 1 defense in the league. We shall see. Mandy, interesting stat for you before we move on to your lock of the week, okay? Did you know that Aaron Rodgers is 0-4 against a number 1 rated defense in the NFL in his career? But on the other hand, he's also 5-1 against the spread in Lambeau with freezing or under freezing temperatures during the game. It's looking like the game may hover between that point. Might go over, might go under. We'll see.
I think right now, I think it's going to be like 35, 40 degrees. So I don't know.
We'll see. That might be in favor of the St. Louis Rams. So, Mandy, give us your lock. Underdog of the week.
Los Angeles Rams.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Los Angeles Rams. My bad.
Like say the LA Raiders.
I wish we could. But go ahead. Lock and underdog of the week, sir.
Well, since we're staying on that train, that choo-choo, that Ram train, let's go with the underdogs. I would say take the money line Rams plus 500.
Why not? Why not?
But you know what? I'm gonna play it safe.
Why not, big dog? Go for the 2 points. No. Go for the 2 points. That's your squad. They're gonna win.
Rams plus 7. Rams
6.5
plus 7. I put it in yesterday at plus 7.
Okay. All right.
So
I'll give you the plus 7.
Because if it was 6.5, I would say by the half point to make it plus 7. All right. So Rams plus 7 again. The number 1 defense in the NFL. Like I said last week, or like I said 2 weeks ago, right? I said if the Rams could play one team in the playoffs, I want
Packers.
Devontae Adams, locked down by Jalen Ramsey, that Rams defensive line. I think 7 guys who are just studs, not on the front 7, just on the defensive line. They rotate players are amazing. So I think the Rams plus 7. My favorite, I gotta stay with this team for some reason. The NFC is really like underrated. And
Saints.
The Saints -3 against the Buccaneers. They beat them twice already.
Have yeah.
Yeah,
and they're playing in New Orleans.
Look, it's the whole cliche. What's the hardest thing to do in sports? Beat
somebody twice.
Yeah. But guess what? The Saints already beat them twice. Yeah. They're going to beat them for a 3rd time, right? Yeah. Right. Fool me once, shame on you. Me? Fool me twice, shame on whatever. I don't know.
Fool me can't get fooled again.
But, there you go. You're not going to beat the Buccaneers after you beat. You're not going to lose to the Buccaneers after you beat them twice. It's not going to happen. They're going to win. Okay. Saints -3. Take it.
All right. I like the pick. It's just hard with the Brady effect in the playoffs. It's just kind of tough, and the Bucs are rolling a little bit, but we will see. Definitely favors the New Orleans Saints right now.
I mean, the Washington football team was one defensive step away from winning the game.
Very true. Very true. Hey, winners and losers, though, right? Anywho, and speaking of losers, I am 0-2 at the moment, so I'm going to be looking to make up some ground here. I told you guys before the playoffs started that if the Baltimore Ravens got the right seeding, they could go to the Super Bowl. They could play for the Super Bowl. And I love the Bills this year. I absolutely love the Bills. But I need to make up some ground. Give me the Baltimore Ravens money line. Straight up, no points. I don't care about the damn points. They're going to win outright for me, okay? Because nobody's talking about how good Lamar Jackson has been the last couple of months. Been pretty damn good. So give me Baltimore money line. And then for my lock is going to be a favorite, not in the NFL. Going away from the NFL a little bit here because I just haven't done well in the NFL. But give me the Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks are playing the Mavericks Friday night, I believe, or Saturday. No, Saturday. Give me the Bucks -6. I think they dominate the Mavericks. The Mavericks haven't played great this year. Only beat up on some of the weaker teams. Give me the Bucks to win that game, and that's a really good basketball team at the moment. So there you have it, folks. We have some picks here coming at you. The competition continues, and I guarantee you I will make up ground because Mandy is choosing to bet with his heart. And you know what? I'm gonna eat some crow a little bit here, okay? I talked really poorly about the Rams, didn't work out in my favor. Got a good matchup. It worked out for them. So give it up for the Rams. They when you have that defense, you have a chance in every single game. So we shall see what happens here in the near future. But Mandy, speaking of near future, what comes next after lock? I believe it's our guest interview.
Our guest interview. And man, we have a treat for you guys. I know we kind of gonna wait a little bit with this guest interview, but we got it back. We got our guy Joey Molina, Northeast LA product, pro baseball coach. He's coached at the JUCO level, 4-year college level, and now he's coached professional baseball in Puerto Rico, and now he's a AAA coach.
Right, Empire League in the East.
Yep.
Doing AAA here in Mexico, so professional baseball in Mexico. So we're super excited to have Joey on. He really gave us some really cool insight about a lot of different things, and we're just so happy to bring this to you guys. So let's bring on the next man up, Joey Molina.
All right, so my guy, man, Joey Molina, you're on our show, man. Thank you for being with us. So real quick, man, give our fans, our people, something about you. How did you get into this whole baseball career of yours?
Damn. Well, shit. I was from Northeast LA, from Highland Park, man, and my parents started the first Little Leagues in LA, Northeast LA Little League, in Elysian Park. That was in like 1994, 95, and that's the reason why Cathedral High School plays up there. From there we did the other Little League in Highland Park, Los Angeles Little League,
and
that's where across the street, right across the street.
That's where I met you at, because I used to play for Northeast Little League.
Yeah.
Right, and then we had this our new little rivals, LA Little League, and we'll play each other. We're 11, 12-year-olds and 13, 14-year-olds. So I played at Northeast Little League. My brother, he played for both. We played for Carvanza and for Northeast.
Yeah, I played. I think when I hit 11 or 10 is when I started playing at Carvanza.
Who was your coach?
We actually brought our football coach. We were playing with the Glendale Bears, and my football coach Brian Cox actually brought a whole team over.
Hey, what's that?
After the whole Little Leagues with your parents, and then you're coaching at Carvanza. What was your next step, and what was your next move?
I mean, to be honest, it was like my little brother. He's 7 years younger than me. He was like class of 2006 or 7 or something like that. So like my little brother, I coached him since I was like 12, and all the little his little friends, and I was just a guy growing up with them, and I just seen them all grow up. So we just started a Little League team or travel team, and we just rocked out with all the the community kids in Highland Park and El Sereno, and just straight up all the kids. It was that part that kept me in the baseball world, because it was me just mentoring kids through baseball. That's all it was, and it was all the wild kids of the neighborhood. It just kept me in, bro. It just kept me involved, and it was like baseball was always like my suit. I was always, growing up in the area we grew up, and back in those days, it was easy to get in trouble, and we got in trouble.
Yeah.
That's
true. So you sound like a baseball lifer, man. And tell me about what you're doing now. With baseball. Are you still incorporating baseball in everyday life, or how's that working for you?
Yeah, I coached. I did the high school thing, I did the JUCO thing, I did the 4-year thing, and now, I was fortunate to get a call like 2 years ago to in Puerto Rico, the back east leagues. It was out of New York, the Empire League. They they asked me to be a manager and recruit some players, and that was my first little dabble into the pro world of baseball and seeing what it's about as a coach, as a manager, not as a player or anything like that. Just and it was that kind of showed me that, oh damn, look at this. This is the players out of college, after you went to D1, after there's guys that got released, signed, and they got released, and you just saw the grind in their eyes, bro.
Right.
You just saw this is all I want to do. This is all I have. I've heard so many stories of I can't go back home. I can't be cut because I'll die. I live in the ghetto. I live in the the projects, and so I went through that. The hardest part of that was when I had to cut guys, like grown man, bro. It wasn't like a kid no more getting cut from high school. It was like a grown man, and I'm just taking your whole dream away. It was that part that I had to get used to. of just saying, hey, bro, you got to go home, you know, or, you know, the organization's going a different route, you know,
right.
all that sense. It was just straight up, hey, bro, this is what it is. So that's why you can't really get, I mean, to me, I can separate. I can get close to the players and be like, hey, this is the conversation we're having as a man. And that's it, you know. So I did that for 2 seasons, bro. I met a lot of players. Fortunate to help, you know, mentor them again, you know, help them play, help them start, get numbers. And then from there, I was fortunate to get another call from AAA in the Mexican leagues, Liga Mexicana, for, you know, Quintana Roo, which is Cancun. So with Cancun, you know, asked me to, you know, help coach and, you know, get players and, you know, do my thing. I jumped on it. You know, it was like a thing that I can now do because all I wanted to do was to, you know, call a player and be like, hey, bro, I can sign you, you know, or
absolutely,
hey, bro, you can do that versus like, hey, I know a guy that can
right.
get you. You know, it turned out to be shit. I'm one of them guys now, you know, and I'm here to help, bro, and I'm here to do everything that wasn't done for us when we were here. You know what I mean? Like someone there, like for real, telling you the truth, not no bullshit, no. What I see from my perspective on the outside looking in on it, it's like, what are you gonna do after all those lessons, after all those thousands of dollars, bro? And what happens when you don't make it? Just wasted your time, or was it a waste of time, or your parents wanted to give you everything they could?
Right.
And the coaches go after the parents, and I was always against that. I was always against a spirit pack costing $800, bro, before you even fucking get in the goddamn team. You know, making money off kids. I was taught, you know, because I was from the family of giving back to the community shit. I was taught not to fucking, you know, hustle your own people or your own passion. But at the same time, it can give you a living if you're working at it. Not like,
right.
I don't got to do shit. Just give me your money. Cool. I already know the 9 anyways, you know? I was never about that. You know, I was never like, shit, I got to hustle like that. You know, kind of feel weird. And since not doing that, I always thought that I got blessed in my position that I'm in now, you know, by the baseball gods, you know?
Right. Right.
So, you know, I just want to bless out other guys and help out guys move on to the level that no one will ever call, no one would ever get, because it's fucking the hardest thing ever, dude, to play AAA baseball, let alone
absolutely.
get signed or independent, you know?
I could tell, man, you're like, I think what you said right now was so key that like, you're the connect. Like before, you know, you hear, hey, I know a guy that could get you here, but now that's you. Like you're the connect now. Now you're the one going to be able to sign kids and get them to that next level. So man, so that's pretty cool, man.
No, that's awesome, and I'm a huge man. I'm a huge baseball fan. I absolutely love baseball. I love the details of the game so much, and it sounds like you're a guy who's, you know, you got a lot of personnel, you have a lot of power over your personnel, things like that. How much of like the new age of baseball thinking of like Billy Bean and baseball analytics go into your choice in personnel, or is it for you a little mix of that with the eye test, things that you already know? How much of that plays into your decision making process?
You know, with Rapsodo and all the analytical, you know, side of things, I mean, it's cool. I like it. You know, we all have to adapt to it, you know, whether we like it or not, because we're in the future now, guys. You know, like 20 years later, you know, we're here. And, you know, right now, even Jim Gott right now, Philly's bullpen coach, he's learning it right now. You know, we've been talking daily, and it's like, we're going through things like, hey, what do you think? We should know that? Should I know this? Should I, like, to be a hitting coach, you're going to have to know all that blast, all the rotation. You're going to have to know all
exit velocity.
Yeah, all the vocabulary, bro, in order to be a real hitting coach now. Because it's not about, I can see the swing.
And just to back up what you're saying, you know, when Joey talks about giving back to the community, I mean, I experienced that firsthand with my daughter. I mean, I don't know Joey. I don't think I've seen Joey yet, but I know him and his partner John. They have a little batting cage kind of deal in the back of their shop, and they offer some great prices, man. They offer a nice little batting cage for softball, baseball stuff. And my daughter goes there. She gets for $10, and they have their own guy there. Either it's a Tank or some other guy there, and they'll pitch my daughter unlimited softballs for $10. I mean, you can't beat that. That right there, beat it, bro. No, that's the community.
Yeah, and it's like, I understand the area we're in, whereas like Orange County would get like $60, you know, and I'm down for just 10. Like, but like a growing, like 10 of them all day, 10 to 10, that's still only $100, but it's still something, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, that shit goes back to buying balls, I mean, it just keep it baseball, bro. Like, it's like, yeah, we all trying to do a business, but at the same time, it's like, I wouldn't say, oh no, you can't come here because it's 20. You only got $5. You know, I was like, hey, come on, bro. Like, keep your money. Let's play. You know, it's cool. I get it. You know,
sounds like to me you got a lot of love for baseball, man, and I can appreciate that. Like, where did that love and admiration for the game really start for you?
I mean, when I was a kid, I mean, like I said, just like my dad, you know, I can't say it enough. Like, just installed it in me because, I mean, I was going the wrong direction sometimes, and you know, shit, I got my ass whooped on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you know, my dad got at me when I was really young, bro. Like, you know, right before, like, I kind of said, I don't care no more. You know, I mean, I went through it all the time. At 18, I did some other craziness. He was always one that got me back into the game. You know, he got me, you know, with the scouts trying to sign me when I was like 15, 16. He was the one that said no to them. You're going to college, you know. He was always the one that kind of backed up the things that I was just like, nah, fuck that. I'm going. Let's go, you know. So it was like, he showed me the game and showed me that you have to give back and help out the people because, you know, we're fortunate enough. We have more fortunate things, you know what I mean? Just having just having a laptop, you know, an Apple laptop, that's something that's fortunate, you know, versus just a regular laptop. People don't even have fucking computers growing up as a kid, bro, with AOL and chat rooms coming up, you know? Like in the hood, though, you know, like, I went to Catholic school, bro. So, I mean, I wasn't poor. You know, parents were doing something right, you know what I mean? My brother went to Catholic school, so it was kind of like you saw that, you know? And then when you go to public school, I saw that too, you know?
Yeah.
And it was like, damn, okay. It was.
Did you go to like Catholic school for middle school too, or was it just for high school?
I went to Catholic school from kindergarten to 11th grade, and then I got kicked out. Finally.
So that close to Highland Park, you must have went to St. Ignatius.
Nah, that's what everybody thought. I went to Holy Family in South Pass, dog.
Oh, okay.
I was right there, though. So, and that was a little difference, to be honest, between me and a lot of people because I was amongst the other race, the
right.
the Anglos, whatever you want to say it is, you know, the Caucasians, but it was mostly them, and I learned how to balance out with them and work with them, and that kind of helped me out when I went to San Marino, and I mean that was a rival town, and I kind of was like, hey, I went to there, and you know they were like, no way, the guy like you from Highland Park went to that school. You know, it's a big issue. And I was like, yeah, I was like the first and last one, I guess, for my area, bro. You know,
so to ask one more question here, kind of different note. So I actually like watching your IG stories because like you have like a good mixture of some funny stuff, but you have a good mixture of like actually spotlighting some future athletes, right? And that's what our show is about, kind of this whole next man up, this next big guy. So Joey, if I could if you had to pick maybe one or two guys that you have your eye on who are not yet, you know, big time yet or in the pros yet, you know, maybe one or two guys that you can say, man, if this guy works hard and if it all lines up, this guy can probably get a major league contract.
Yeah, there's a few, dude. I mean, just in California, there's a lot, but like that one. I mean, shit, you got a guy we just signed, Jared Wilson, out of like Orange County. He has some good movement. Nick Akins, you know, he was with the Dodgers for 6 years. Power hitter guy, 6'2". On this side of the Western Hemisphere, he's like the power hitter. You know, I've looked him up, done some stuff. He plays on Saturdays with me. I see him firsthand, trying to help him get to LMB. He was a guy, you know, they got Isaac Dominguez, shortstop, Chris Carpio. I mean, there's so many good guys that have the quality of hands. Like they're not like the way Baez was back in the day until they get there and then they just turn into a beast. You know, it's like as soon as some of these players, like some of them haven't even seen it, like felt it, but like there's something about putting the uniform on and you're in a stadium and you know what your role is and you're like, damn, I'm in pro ball now. Like that's cool as shit. It just happens, just clicks, and like the animal comes out of you, whether you're a coach or a player or whatever. Like your best comes out, you know, and like, you know, you can't just do one. I mean, there's a guy back east, Willie Salas. He's a real great hitting shortstop, bro. That dude can go MLB right now. Hell yeah. I'll say that online right now. Hell yeah, dude. Willie Salas. Whew.
There you go.
All day.
Shout out your guy.
Yeah, all day.
On a different note, you say you're from Northeast. Give a shout out to some local business. What are some of your favorite like mom and pop shops to eat right there in Highland Park or somewhere in the Northeast?
I mean, shit. I used to always love the little Galco sandwiches, bro.
Oh, yep.
But then they got a little expensive, dog. They're like $90 now, bro.
It's because it's on York, man. It's on York.
Shit, I love those little Fulerios. No, it's not Fulerios. It's Follerios.
Fulerios.
The L's are silent. But, Fulerios, you got Fulerios. Those are fire right there, bro. I mean, there's a little shop right there on Monta Vista and 50. There's a new little, like, cool place, whatever you want to say. That's a little fire spot, dude. A little new spot. Dave's Chilling and Grilling, bro. It's right down there, right by Highland Theater.
Yep.
That dude's cool. I mean, shit. I still go to Cali Mex, pick up some meat, bro, right there.
Oh, yeah.
I'll still go to Cali Mex, bro. And,
Yeah.
I mean, just all around there, dude. Like, really, Glassell Park, Cypress Park. This little bakery right there in San Fernando. And what is that, by Home Depot?
Oh, yeah. The Frisco.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of cool little spots, dude. And, everyone's, trying to, doing their thing, working hard and doing positive stuff,
Cool.
Exactly.
Well, hey, thanks, man. Joey, I appreciate your time, man. This was actually really, it was great. It was good.
Awesome, man.
Hey, man, and that's our guy, man, Joey Molina. You could just hear his passion. Coaching. And, you could tell he's not in it for the money. Like, he's sincere. He really isn't. He just really wants to go ahead and help people out and mentor. It's great, and it's taking him to great places. And, hey, shout out Northeast LA Little League. Shout out LA Little League. His father created both of those facilities. So, man, shout out to that. That's awesome.
Yeah, big shout out to Joey for coming on the show. It was really cool to talk to a baseball junkie. I consider myself that as well. More of on the watching side, not really on the playing side. But I consider myself really a sports junkie, and that's why I dominate at the segment known as Rapid Fire.
Oh, hey, that was fierce.
Sports trivia with Mandy Chooch and the producer Mo, because we like to bring him in on some good stuff here. Mandy. I got a really good question for you.
Oh, I have a great question for you too. I
guarantee mine's better. But are you familiar with the former Cleveland Brown coach, now New England Patriot coach Bill Belichick?
I love Bill Belichick.
Right. And what has Bill Belichick done for the game of football? He has created this tree of wonderful, usually defensive-minded coaches that have become head coaches in the NFL.
Wow.
I have 8 coaches who are in the Belichick tree that have been either our current head coaches or were former head coaches in the NFL. Okay. Can you name 5 of them?
I probably won't know the names. You gotta help me with the names. For instance, come on, the guy who just got fired from the Lions. Again, I'm horrible with names. The guy who just got fired from the Lions. I mean, I don't know what his name is.
So when you go on your because you're a teacher, right? So when you make tests, is it cool if the guy's like the guy who led Rome? Does that work? Or I'm not sure. Tell me if that works.
Oh, you're an asshole. That's a good one. Well, anyway. Matt Patricia.
There you go, Matt Patricia.
Matt Patricia. He's one. I don't know why this guy Freddie Kitchens is in my. I don't know why.
Okay. Freddie Kitchens.
Matt Patricia. Let's go with. Can we go with also offensive coaches too?
If they were head coaches at a time, yes.
Well, because his offensive coordinator right now, he used to be a head coach, and I forgot his name. God dilly darn it. Let's go with Vrabel. Vrabel from the Titans.
Okay, Mike Vrabel.
4. I said 4. I'll go 4 or 5. I don't want to prolong it.
Okay, we got. So you said, your first choice was Matt Patricia, yes. Coached the Lions, got fired. Mike Vrabel, he is the coach of the Tennessee Titans currently. The OC that you were thinking of was Josh McDaniels.
Yes.
He coached the Browns for a year. I'll give you half a point on that one, so 2.5. And then Freddie Kitchens was not from the Bill Belichick coaching tree. Other guys include Bill O'Brien. I don't know how you missed that one.
Yeah.
He coached the Texans for a while. He got fired, made some really dumb moves. Romeo Crennel also is he's the current coach of the Houston Texans. Eric Mangini, former Browns and Jets coach, I believe. Josh McDaniels, again, coached the Browns for a year. Matt Patricia, now the Lions head coach, was fired. Mike Vrabel, Brian Flores, the current coach of the Miami Dolphins.
Oh,
yeah. And Joe Judge, the current coach of the New York Giants.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So, yeah. That wasn't bad. 2.5. Yeah, 2.5. Still an F if you're out there listening. But what you got for me today, sir?
So it's simple. Since we're, in this NFL playoffs, right?
NFL playoffs.
Just to go ahead and get a little closer here. You guys see that real quick? Yeah, they play on Saturday, baby. They play on Saturday. So, Chuchi, real simple question, okay?
What you got?
I like streaks. I like streaks, and not just in your underwears. Okay, I like streaks. Okay?
I have those.
Yeah, hey, we all do. Okay, we all have bad days.
That's why I don't wear white. That's why I don't wear white underwear.
Yeah, we're black champion underwears. Anyway, something gross. Give me the 5 NFL franchises that have the longest playoff winless streaks. So the 5 teams who are the longest streaks without winning a playoff game.
Longest seasons without winning a playoff game.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm going to have to probably say the Raiders since it's been a while.
Obviously. That's why I did it. Yes, the Raiders. Obviously.
What a dick. Then we got, does it count, like, let's say if they won a game this year?
Yeah. So, yeah.
So it wouldn't be the Browns then. So I'm not going to say the Browns because they just won one. Oh, man, there's been a lot of bad teams.
And the Raiders are one of them.
Well, this is a great question.
Or NFL teams, bro.
Oh, let's say San Diego Chargers.
Okay, Chargers, Raiders.
Let's go with
LA Chargers, but okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me, honestly. Can't stand that team anyway. Before recently, I would have said the Rams. If I said before recently, did you not hear what I said? I'm trying to think of divisions. Let's go. No, not them. They Cam Newton was there recently. Gosh. Let's go with the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, Cowboys.
Let's go with the. I want to say Giants because Eli was there kind of recently too. So I got Cowboys, Chargers, Jags won one with Blake Bortles recently, so it's not the Jags either. I think Colts won with Andrew Luck, right?
I don't know, bro.
Let's go with the Colts.
Okay, Colts, Raiders,
Chargers, Cowboys, Miami Dolphins,
and the Dolphins. All right, here we go. So, the number 1 longest streak without a NFL playoff win, the Bengals. How can I remember the Bengals?
Damn it, Andy Dalton.
Yeah, Bengals. Number 2, the Lions.
I don't know. I totally forgot about the whole division. Yeah. So, yeah. Bears are probably up there too.
Number 3, you got the Dolphins, luckily.
Yeah, okay. That was good.
So you're 1 for 3.
Oh.
The Raiders. Number 4, you got 2.
Nation, baby, for life.
And number 5, the Washington football team.
They haven't won, yeah.
No.
They've gone to the playoffs a couple times, but they haven't won.
If my math is correct, I know we still got. Are we doing Mo?
Yeah, we're doing Mo. But I gave you 8 options, okay? I only got 5. Mine was harder.
Okay, guess what? If you would have gone with the top 7, the Jets and the Bears.
I said 8.
Well, I'll give you 7. You said it.
Who's the 8th team? Who's the 8th team?
The Cardinals.
Oh, I didn't say that either. Damn it. Okay. Well, good job today, Mandy. You did okay. We're going to get into our takeaways. And my takeaway, Mandy, is this, okay? I've been watching a lot of NBA because I like basketball. I like to watch these young guys get better. And, with young guys getting better, I think the league needs to get put on notice a little bit here.
Oh, talk.
We know who he is, right? You know who he is. A lot of people give him crap, all that stuff. Joel Embiid.
MVP candidate.
I think he's the front runner for the MVP award right now. And I think people need to understand how good this guy is. You can tell he's put on some muscle weight this offseason. He looks like he's on a mission. The Sixers are the best team in basketball right now, record-wise. And he looks great. He scored 45 the other night against, the undermanned Heat, but he scored 45. He's a 5. No 5s in the league score 45 points anymore. Joel Embiid scored 45. He's averaging about 12 rebounds a game. He's dropping assists on everybody. He is running that. He's leading that Philadelphia team to the top spot in the East. He's leading that Philadelphia team to be better than they should be playing right now. You got Shake Milton scored 31 points tonight. Do you know who Shake Milton is? No, you don't. It's not even his real first name. That's what he goes by. Shake Milton, 31 points. And you know why? Because all the defense is drawn in on Joel Embiid. He makes that team so much better. He needs to really be getting consideration for that MVP spot, like a number 1 spot. I love Steph Curry. I have a bet in on him to win the MVP. I love LeBron, love all these guys, but Joel Embiid has been the best player so far. And if he keeps that pace going, he should win the MVP. That's my takeaway.
Oh, okay. That's cool. You know, I feel that. That's nice. But you know what? I mean, it's simple. I think we all know, if you're a fan of this show, right? You know where I'm going. You know how pumped I was last Saturday for that Ram game?
We saw your post on IG, so.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Where are you and where am I? Right? Again, I'm going to say it again. All you Ram haters, right? All you Cowboy fans, 49er fans, Raider fans, no, haters, bro. The Rams, just face it. The Rams are, I'm going to say it. I don't care what you say. They're a top 6 franchise in the NFL right now. I'm saying it. They are. And when they beat the Pack, remember, they were in the Super Bowl just 2 years ago. And when they beat the winner of this Packer-Ram game, I'm going to say it, is a front runner for the NFC. I think both these teams are better than the Saints and the Buccaneers. So if the Rams can get by the Packers and beat them at Lambeau, the Rams are going to be in the Super Bowl again. And I don't care what you say, the Rams are a good team. So you guys can no longer hurt my feelings and inbox me and comment on my stuff. I get it a lot. The Rams still suck. The Rams suck. Oh, they lost to the Jets. I don't care. I don't care if they lost to the Jets. It's the NFL. Guess what? They lost to the Jets, and guess where your team's at? Yeah. And guess where the Rams are at? Yeah. So
I love that you said you can't hurt my feelings anymore, because they were hurting your feelings.
It did hurt me, man.
I'll give you. So I love the takeaway. I do. I love how passionate you are about the Rams, in a way that it's annoying, but I love it. But who's their biggest threat?
What do you mean?
Who's the biggest threat to beat the Rams?
The biggest threat to beat the Rams?
Yeah.
I would have to say, to be honest, the Saints. The Saints.
I would agree.
Yeah, even though I do think the winner of this Packer game, Ram-Packer game, will go to the NFC Championship, I think the Saints are going to have that chip on their shoulder from 2 years ago with that bad call. And I'll admit it was a horrible call.
Karma comes around. So.
But that being said, this Rams defense,
solid. Solid, of course.
And again, you're a hater too, bro, because you don't consider Michael Brockers an elite defensive lineman.
Because it's not.
Because he is. He's a very elite defensive lineman. But yeah, Aaron Donald. Well, look what happened when Aaron Donald went down in the third. He went down in the third quarter. He didn't play the second half.
Agreed. And
guess what happened? The Rams, scary.
They played well.
Aaron Rodgers is shaking his boots right now. You better call Jake from State Farm, because he's gonna put a hurting on you, my guy. Gotta put a hurting. Rogers rate this.
Oh. Jake from State Farm, get him on speed dial, Aaron. But Mandy's takeaway was some heat today, and you know what? I think the show was great. And if you liked it, like the post. If you liked it, download the show on Apple Podcasts. Give us a review. Nothing makes me happier than getting reviews for this podcast. And if you want to talk junk, please do. Be my guest. I want to hear from you. Comment on the YouTube page.
You will not hurt my feelings.
Exactly. Share it around to your friends. Big shout out to my boy Kevin Vasquez. You're my boy. Always supporting the show. Just had to give you a shout out, my boy. Again, like, follow, subscribe. Tell your friends is really what I'm aiming for here. Share the page around. It'll be good for us. It'll be good for you, because you'll look like, man, remember when you told me to watch the NextManUp Sportscast like a year ago? I'm like, yeah, you guys are freaking awesome. So just be that guy. Be the plug. So we'll see you next week on the NextManUp Sportscast.
Let's do it.